Before we talk about this particular shutdown, David, as somebody who's covered politics, gosh, probably as long as I have, if not longer, can you explain to folks listening why we are faced with this dilemma on a regular basis?
So the Constitution of the United States says that every money bill must originate in the House of Representatives, must be voted by the House, then approved by the Senate. That's how the government of the United States gets money to pay for all the things the government does. And the theory is that Congress is supposed to every year pass a budget that gives the executive the money they need to pay for the military and fund pensions and pay for health care and all of that. Now, the practice has been this system broke down a long time ago. A lot of the federal budget is on autopilot. That Congress no longer votes about what the pension should be or what the health care should be. That just happens on autopilot. And there aren't regular budgets anymore either. Instead, there are a series of funding measures that the House votes and the Senate votes and the president signs. And they're passed with continuing resolutions, not with the formality that used to prevail, but in this kind of helter-skelter way. There's one other problem, which is unless this rule meets very, very strict conditions. There are strict conditions where you can pass it through the House with half the votes and the Senate with the majority of the votes. But oftentimes you need 60 votes to pass things through the Senate. And that's new. That also wasn't in the olden days. That's not in the 60-vote requirement is not in the Constitution, but it's something that is developed. So you have this failure machine. No regular budget, these stopgap resolutions, much of the government, the health care and the pensions ticking along anyway, and this need to pass things through the House with half the votes plus one, but the Senate with 60. And that creates these deadlocks. And as the parties have lost the habit of any kind of cooperation, we've had these increasing government shutdowns. They happened, just to take one more sentence, in the 70s and 80s, they would happen sometimes for like a day or half a day as kind of symbolic expressions of dispute. But in the 1990s, there was a government shutdown that went on for more, I think nearly a month or maybe even longer. And since then, they've flared up whenever the parties are especially at loggerheads. And we've had a number of these shutdowns during Trump 1. I think that was the second longest. And now in Trump 2, we're going to have another, it looks like.